Hi guys, it's almost Halloween, and you know what that means 31 days of Halloween. So if you've got any stories or anything like that, get them sent in to Tracy, and she will either read them out for you, or if you send her in a recording, you'll be put on the channel on YouTube, and you'll be famous for 15 minutes of fame being a YouTuber. So that's what you got. Anyway, if you could do me a favour, hit that like button, which really, really helps Tracy. And if you're not subscribed, why not? Please hit that bell and you'll be informed of any new and up and coming podcasts. Right, what are we doing today? People who are frequent listeners to the channel will know that I am ex-military. It was a long, long time ago, but yes, I am ex-military, ex-army. We're going to talk about military ghosts, military hauntings, and we're going to do a few of these. We're going to do a few separate ones, and I think Tracy was keen on doing a podcast on the subject because there is a lot. It was quite weird, really. We both came up with the same idea at the same time, and both sort of said it out loud. And yeah, military hauntings, and Tracy said military, and it was quite bizarre. But anyway, that's how our lives are, quite bizarre. Anyway, let's kick off with RAF Wickenbee in Lincolnshire. Okay, figures are known to haunt the runway and control room. Footsteps and scraping sounds are heard through the walls, and a pilot appears before disappearing. RAF Wickenbee was a purpose-built RAF station housing bombers used in the Second World War. Although the station was only operational for a short period of time, over 1,000 lives from RAF Wickenbee were lost. They are commemorated at the RAF Wickenbee Memorial. One of the station's more notable employees was Michael Benteen of the Goon Show. Now that is going back a few years. If you don't know who that is, Google him, Michael Benteen. He worked there during the war as an intelligence officer. It is reported that working one night, Benteen walked past a fellow officer, Pop, and they exchanged greetings. The next morning, however, Michael discovered that Pop had died 2 days earlier. That is spooky. I've had a similar sort of thing to that, but that's another podcast. Anyway. RAF Binbrook in Lincolnshire. Well, there's a lot of haunted places in Lincolnshire. I know we're supposed to be doing New England area, me and Tracy, on our road trip, that we are really, really pleased that people are donating to that. So thank you and keep it up. Maybe we should do a road trip of Lincolnshire. It doesn't really have the same ring to it as doing a road trip around New England in the US, but there you go. Haunted Lincolnshire. Okay, the former mess at RAF Binbrook is allegedly haunted, with a number of ghost sightings there have been reported. Okay, the officers' mess. Basically, if you don't know, there's a sergeant's mess, there's a naffy for the privates, for the corporals, and there's a sergeant's mess for sergeants, and then there's an officer's mess for officers. Basically, it's just like a clubhouse where they go and have a drink and they can have food and they get waited on. Especially the officers get waited on hand and foot. But anyway. Okay. However, the best known story is about Sgt Sinclair, an Australian worker who reportedly blew himself up attempting to damage a Lancaster bomber during the Second World War. After Sgt Sinclair's death, a present was lurking around the base, walking the roads surrounding the airfield and waving his arms in the air on the runway, attempting to flag down an aircraft. Other ghost sightings include an officer in full RAF uniform who then disappears as soon as he is spotted. Din, din, din. Another interesting fact that you probably really don't want to hear. In the Second World War, my grandfather, he was in the Royal Air Force, and his job was to maintain the Lancashire bombers. Just a little bit of interest for you there. Anyway, forward barracks. Let me just get a drink. It's thirsty work, all this talking. Don't know how Tracy does it. Excuse me. Forward barracks. The old officers' mess at Forward Barracks is notoriously haunted. Accounts have appeared in multiple sources of incidents which took place in the 19th and early 20th century. The most noteworthy story of ghostly sightings at the barracks occurred way back in 1861. Look at that, Trace, 1861. When a young private, Patrick McCaffrey, murders his commanding officer and adjutant. For anyone who doesn't know, an adjutant is in charge of discipline around the battalion. And obviously the commanding officer is the one in charge. And then he's a CO, commanding officer. Then you have an OC, which is officer commanding, and then you have the adjutant. You don't want to end up in front of the adjutant or you're effed. He was subsequently tried and executed in front of a crowd. Now, McCaffrey's ghost is sent to haunt the officers' mess. Many generations of soldiers have said they have sighted the ghost and have even it is even known to use to explain strange happenings and unexpected noises that occur on the site. The site also used to home a Roman road, and it's said that on dark, stormy nights, a ghostly troop of Roman soldiers might be sighted marching along the road. Tracy would love that. She would absolutely love that. Anyway, guys, it's just a quickie. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all looking after each other with this coronavirus. And I will speak to you again soon. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones. God bless. And I hope you've enjoyed it.